Hello, this is old Mr. Kent of MrKent.com, and sure enough, we had another monsoon rainstorm last night. So I thought I'd get out my my Air S2 and or 2S and get some videos of anything that has been, damaged or anything. Some of the damage, like we call it. Anyway, there wasn't too much, but except that the the tarp on this old '69 Chevy pickup, it's shredded, and we had pretty strong winds. And then also, as you can see, just to the left of that, my grandson's basketball hoop, it got blown over. That's not a serious damage to worry about. One thing my son is concerned about is this Chevy pickup to the right of it there, which had an unprotected engine sitting there. So he's kind of concerned about what might have happened because of all the water that was blown around. It was quite a storm. I'll have some videos for you to look at. And so as we come around here, just a second, we're going to go over to, here we go. All right. There's the animal corral, the goats and the chickens and the horse, and they always seem to do quite well in the storms. I know they don't enjoy them, you can tell, but there's the horse way over there by the fence. That's Lucy, and she's doing just fine. This is prior to her breakfast, so she's over there munching on limbs that stick through the fence. And then over here, my grandson's little work table had a lot of stuff on it. That got all blown off. And then as you can see, that old antique rocking chair that was on the deck, it got blown off the deck. So it was quite a windstorm. And it just was, one of the normal ones. We got more forecast. It depends on the forecast system that you're following. If it's a national oriented one, it says we're going to have storms over the next week. And if it's the local oriented one, it says, no, we're not going to, might have some over the weekend. But by the way, this is Thursday morning. So anyway, and then I flew out and looked and see if there was a lot of mud puddles in the road, and there weren't too many mud puddles. Then I thought I'd fly around and see if there's any trees blown down, and as I flew around, I couldn't find any trees that were blown down. And so it looks like it didn't do a whole lot of damage. It always does something, something minor. And 2 years ago, when my son was building our little house that we live in there, we had a really bad one. And so we'll talk about that some other time. But coming down here to take a look at that fence, you'll notice that by the Corvette, part of the fence got blown over, a couple of sections. And that's not too hard to fix because it was more of a temporary fence anyway. It's not made to be permanent. It was put in for some special occasions. And so it got blown over, but the wind was coming directly at it. That's the direction that it was coming from. And then we'll come around here and we'll take a look at this old tree. As you can see, there's some damage on the side of it from previous storms. It's lost quite a few limbs through, as my son has lived here. It had a lot more limbs and branches and stuff than it does now. So this was what I took with my Osmo Action camera inside the house. The whole thing started as a dust storm, and it was predicted ahead of time. So I went out and I took down my son's flag that he just replaced the flag that was shattered or tattered with a newer one. And so I went out and pulled that down and tied it up. And the windstorm just, it's unsettling, I guess you could say. And, of course, my wife could smell the dust even though the doors were closed. We don't open the doors during a storm because they're always coming right straight at us. Well, anyway, so then it turned to rain, and heavy rain, real heavy rain. And it didn't last a long time, but it lasted long enough that now that if you look on the upper right corner, you can see like it's coming off the roof in buckets. I don't know if you can still see it there, but it was just coming off the roof really, really heavy. So that's what it looked like from inside our house. And then my son came out onto his back porch and looked across at our building and got a video of that, which is coming up here. And there it is right there. You can see that's where we live. And he was standing over on his back porch as the rain was beating on us, just almost straight in at us, a little bit at an angle. But that's a monsoon storm. So anyway, I want to thank you for watching my videos, and God bless.